Hey, what's going on, guys? So I'm pretty sure that every truck driver out there is sick and tired of being treated like a dog, being treated like a second-class citizen when we go to deliver freight at these shippers and receivers. Let me tell you what happened to me recently, just yesterday, in fact, right? So I drove 1,100 miles in 2 days. I had a 1 a.m. appointment at Aldi's, all right outside Milwaukee. I'm sure a lot of you been there. I get there, right? Everything's fine. I check in at the guard shack. I back into my door and I get my paperwork and I bring it inside, right? I had door 80 and I think they told me to enter door 77 or 76. I don't remember, but regardless, I go inside and I give my paperwork to the lumper. And there's a man, a black man and a white woman sitting there. And they're just rude as hell. Like, they don't even, not one time did they look up at me. They're so busy doing whatever they're doing, you know, and I'm just standing there, right? I'm just waiting, looking around, waiting, right? 10 minutes later, they finally get to me. And the woman, she just looks up and she goes like this. So I give her my paperwork and they don't say another word to me. I'll wait another 5 minutes, right? Finally, the guy looks up and he says, go back to your truck. We'll send you a text. And I'm just like, okay, right? So at this point, you know, I'm tired. It had already been a 500-mile day. You guys know how it is. When you get that tired, I mean, it's difficult to even think straight, never mind argue with people. So I go back to my truck. I get unloaded, right? And I get the green light. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this green light. And I'm looking and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. Well, about 30 minutes goes by and I'm thinking, okay, I guess they lost my number, they forgot to call me, whatever the situation is. Maybe I wrote maybe I was a digit off or something. They couldn't read my handwriting right. In my mind, I'm cycling through a million different scenarios. So I go inside, and as soon as I walk up, because there's some little stairs you gotta walk up, and they're right here on the left. And as soon as I walk up, the woman yells at me. She's like, "Sir, go wait in your truck. We'll call you when your paperwork's ready." That's the wrong thing to say to me. The wrong thing to say to me. And I snapped back at her. I said, okay, nobody told me they were going to call me, for one. Yes, we did. Yes, we did, sir. And I said, no, you didn't. He told me that he would send me the link when it was time to check out. And she's like, well, maybe you should open your ears. And I said, no, maybe you should enunciate properly and give drivers all the details they need, right? And she didn't say anything. I could tell it pissed her off. She's looking down, right? And the guy, he doesn't look at me one time. I don't know what he's doing. At this point, I tell her, I say, you guys need to work on your courtesy and work on your customer service skills. You know, be polite. She's like, and I started walking out, and I'm walking down the stairs to go back to my truck. And I heard her say something under her breath. I don't know what she said. But I said, you know what? You guys are fucking assholes. Just like that. And then I fucking hit the door as hard as I could, man. I was pissed. Right? I go back to my truck. And I'm sitting in my truck and I'm waiting. You know, I'll wait for another 45 minutes. Finally, the girl calls. And she's like, hey, your paperwork's ready. Click. Hangs up immediately. She barely got the words out of her mouth. She didn't give me time to say, okay, I'll be there in a second. Nothing. Just, your paperwork's ready. Just like that. So I go in. You know, you have to, I had to sign a couple papers so she could give me my signed copy back. And she basically shoves it in my chest because she's like this, kind of shoves it at me. And I snatch it from her because at this point, I'm pretty angry, right? And I sign my signature real quick and I kind of just slide it across the desk at her. I look over at the guy and he's mean mugging me, man. He's just like this. And I tell him, I said, what are you looking at, guy? I said, you got a problem? And when I said that, he didn't do nothing. He just looked down and kept working. And I grab my paper and I walk out. And on my way out, I say, you know, this is why you guys work at Aldi's, because you have a minimum wage mentality, right? And I walk out and I get in my truck and, you know, I proceed to leave the location. But my point is, I tell you that story, and this just happened last night. And I tell you this story because you should not tolerate disrespect. You know, listen, before I was a truck driver, I did a lot of jobs. I worked in construction, warehousing. I worked in department stores, retail stores. I've had a lot of jobs, all right, over the years. And I would say my lowest job was I was a janitor for a few years at Academy Sports and Outdoors and also at Walmart. And let me tell you, I got more respect cleaning toilets and wiping mirrors than I ever have driving a semi-truck. Being responsible for millions of dollars a year, handling this monster of a machine, vacating my entire life to serve a country of people that want to look down their nose on me. And I get no respect out here. You know, none of us do. Not just me, of course. I mean, every truck driver out here is making a sacrifice. But when we truck drivers need to stand up and demand respect. I watch day after day, I see truck drivers go in and they let people talk to them like dogs and they just put their head down. And, you know, this is the problem, okay? Stand up for yourself. Speak out. Man up. Man up. Nobody's going to save you. If you allow people to treat you like dirt, they're going to treat you like dirt. Remember, you teach people how to treat you, okay? And every single time a truck driver goes in to one of these locations and lets people talk to him like a dog, like he's an animal, what it does is it puts truck drivers back another 50 years. Look, guys, I've rambled on too long. I just wanted to tell you that story, okay? You get the gist of it. Stand up for yourself. Don't let anybody put you down, all right? Remember, you are very, very, very valuable to the American economy or whatever country you drive a truck in. Without you, this country stops. Think about that, all right? I appreciate you watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, all right? I don't really say that. I just make this content because I enjoy making this content. I'm not out there begging for attention. I don't look at YouTube as a career. For me, it's just, it's a hobby. It's something I enjoy doing, talking to drivers, you know, having drivers back, putting out some fitness videos and fitness clips so you guys can be inspired to change yourselves. But anyway, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, whatever you celebrate, right? Peace out, guys.